Welcome to the Irrigated Lands Regulatory Program, or ILRP, workshop session as part of the Regulatory Alignment Study. CRO will be hosting 2 workshop sessions related to the ILRP. This recording will share information on the study's ILRP regulatory pathways or proposals as outlined in the Regulatory Alignment Concept Paper released in early May. It will not include any information shared during the live workshop sessions. For the session, we will be covering the following agenda items. First, we will go over an update on the Regulatory Alignment Study, provide an overview of the objectives and upcoming milestones. Then, we will cover the workshop session objectives and share our approach for regulatory alignment and the development of the Regulatory Alignment Concept Paper. For most of the workshop session, we will present an overview of each of the proposed regulatory pathways, or RPs, as divided up by the following 4 focus areas: data and information sharing, efficiencies, effectiveness, and equity. We'll end the session with a wrap-up and next steps. If you aren't familiar with the study, the Regulatory Alignment Study is a 3-year-long engagement with the goal to identify opportunities for regulatory alignment and streamlining processes within the areas of food safety and water quality. At the onset of the study in November 2022, CRO was tasked with 5 key objectives which align with our key study milestones or tasks. The first being to evaluate regulatory requirements. Then, to conduct listening sessions with members of the agricultural community. We completed both of these tasks and will explain each in more detail in a coming slide. Our next objectives are to convene the agricultural community and regulators, which we will be completing through these workshops. To identify and prepare implementation plans, and finally to provide recommendations for technological enhancements, if any. As mentioned in the previous slide, we will be conducting these workshops as part of our 3rd study objective. The workshops will be instrumental in shaping our final recommendations and remaining study milestones, which you can see highlighted in the 3 boxes on the slide. To provide a brief overview of each, in summer 2024, along with these workshops, CRO will be identifying process improvements and implementation steps to support regulatory alignment. In fall of 2024, we will be evaluating and recommending technological enhancements as they relate to our proposals. And finally, by November 2025, we will present solutions and recommend implementation plans, which will include release of a final report. In terms of the workshop session, we have laid out 5 key objectives for these workshops. The first is around effectiveness of proposals and understanding whether the proposals meet the regulatory alignment goals. The second is around implementation challenges and opportunities. Any specific examples you can provide around this would be helpful to our team in understanding the feasibility of proposals from various perspectives. The third is on unaddressed needs or gaps. This includes areas not currently addressed in the proposals, while keeping in mind the overall scope of the study, which is confined to the 4 program areas of the Irrigated Lands Regulatory Program, the Produce Safety Program, the Confined Animal Facilities Program, and the State Winery Order. Objective 4 is on equity and inclusivity, and how the proposals may impact different groups within the agricultural community, including small-scale and socially disadvantaged growers and communities. Finally, we look forward to hearing any suggestions for improvements of the proposals to better meet your needs. We released the Regulatory Alignment Concept Paper in early May. The paper is available on the study's website and includes our initial proposals or regulatory pathways for streamlining. The paper covers 4 programs in scope of the study, including the Produce Safety Program, the Irrigated Lands Regulatory Program, the Confined Animal Facilities Program, and the State Winery Order. We encourage everyone to read the concept paper and/or executive summary, which are available on the study's website, as they have more details on the proposals we will be covering in the workshops. The development of the paper and the proposals detailed in the paper were based on information and input gathered throughout our study's first 2 tasks, which included evaluating the regulatory requirements and conducting listening sessions with members of the agricultural community. During these tasks, CRO conducted nearly 30 sessions with CDFA and Water Board staff, and mapped 80 distinct processes across the programs and scope of the study. Additionally, CRO held over 70 listening sessions with members of the agricultural community to hear their input and experiences with the state's food safety and water quality programs and regulatory requirements. As mentioned in the previous slide, our approach for regulatory alignment and development of initial proposals was based on extensive research and outreach conducted throughout the study. In considering what regulatory alignment means, we identified 3 different goals, which were validated and reinforced by input we received from program staff and agricultural community members. The goals are to 1. Empower the agricultural community through streamlined regulatory requirements, 2. Support the state's data and information collection efforts, and 3. Strengthen protections to human health and the environment. We used these 3 goals to help develop proposals that are both balanced across various perspectives and benefits and grounded in the current regulatory landscape. We also identified 4 focus areas that form the foundation of the proposals. They are crucial for realizing the regulatory alignment goals. The focus areas include 1. Data and information sharing, 2. Efficiencies, 3. Effectiveness, and 4. Equity. We will explain each of these in the next slide. The focus areas provide a lens for how we organize the proposed regulatory pathways in each program. The first is data and information sharing, which describes opportunities to improve the exchange of selected data and information between state regulatory agencies and programs. The second is efficiencies, which describes opportunities to simplify and expedite regulatory, administrative, reporting, and compliance processes. The third area is on program effectiveness, or opportunities to measure regulatory performance objectives and goals. And finally, the last focus area is on equity, which describes opportunities to ensure the inclusion of socially disadvantaged communities, farmers, and ranchers in the development, implementation, and enforcement of regulations. Within each of these focus areas, we have identified initial proposals or regulatory pathways to improve, streamline, and align regulatory programs and requirements in scope of the study. Crow identified 16 proposed regulatory pathways, or RPs, for the Irrigated Lands Regulatory Program. 5 related to data and information sharing, 3 related to program efficiency, 4 related to program effectiveness, and 4 related to equity. As you'll notice, we refer to regulatory pathways and proposals synonymously throughout the discussion. They refer to considerations, options, tools, and/or recommendations for improving, streamlining, and aligning the regulatory programs and requirements in scope of the study. Before we walk through each of the proposals, we would like to emphasize that these are not final recommendations, but rather a starting point for additional conversations that we hope to have through our workshop sessions. If you are unable to join the live workshop session, we invite you to provide written feedback to us by July 31st, 2024 by emailing regulatoryalignmentstudy@crow.com. We will provide more information on this process at the end of the session. As we walk through the following regulatory pathways, please keep in mind the following discussion questions. First, what are potential implementation benefits and opportunities? What are potential implementation challenges? Which regulatory pathway within each focus area is most important to you? And finally, are there any unaddressed needs? We would appreciate your feedback to these questions, as they will help Crow to continue to refine and develop the proposals. As mentioned, you can provide your feedback during the live workshop sessions or through written feedback. Starting with the first focus area of data and information sharing, Crow has identified 5 regulatory pathways related to the ILRP. We will review each in the coming slides. Regulatory Pathway 1, RP1, aims to streamline communication and collaboration across water boards' water quality programs. This could include collaboration with the CAF, Confined Animal Facilities Program, Stormwater Program, or other agricultural-related programs within the water boards. Proposal opportunities describe specific ways to implement or achieve the RPs. The opportunities related to RP1 include 1. To build on existing ILRP, CAF, stormwater, and/or other agricultural-related program roundtables to optimize communication and information sharing between program staff. Currently, the program employs quarterly roundtables through a virtual meeting to gather and confer the state board and regional water boards. These roundtables offer a meeting ground for the state's 9 regions to collect and share information related to the program. ILRP, CAF, and Stormwater all have individual roundtables. This opportunity builds off existing program roundtables to expand current communication and collaboration across programs, such that, for example, a CAF representative could join an ILRP roundtable or vice versa. It is common for external parties or programs to join roundtables to share relevant information. For example, CDFA's Fertilizer and Research Education Program, or FREP, currently joins the ILRP roundtable. Roundtables offer a venue for staff to discuss cross-program related issues and streamlining opportunities related to data collection efforts, reporting, inspections, or enforcement actions. The second opportunity related to RP1 includes strengthening existing intra-agency collaboration tools to facilitate active coordination and communication between ag-related water quality programs. These tools include Microsoft Teams channels, internal email chains or listservs, SharePoint pages, and more. These tools could enhance active coordination and communication mechanisms between ag-related water quality programs, fostering a more effective collaboration across programs. The third proposal opportunity includes increased coordination for site inspections with staff from other relevant ag-related water quality programs. If various water quality programs were able to coordinate inspections so that multiple inspectors could visit the site at the same time or within the same time period, this could reduce the number of times a discharger must prepare for inspections per year. Additionally, it could save resources if inspectors travel together. Regulatory Pathway 2, or RP2, aims to streamline communication and collaboration between water boards and other regulatory agencies. This could include communication between California Department of Pesticide Regulation, DPR, California Department of Water Resources, DWR, county agricultural commissioners, and more. Opportunities include extending existing intra-agency agreements between water boards and other regulatory partners to collaborate and coordinate on ag-related program requirements, discuss updates or changes to programs, and optimize data sharing opportunities, to map data definitions and database structures between agencies to facilitate better interagency alignment for data and information sharing, to develop a shared universal list of entities that actively operate within the agricultural industry that allows regulatory agencies to coordinate on enrollment and coverage across programs, and finally, to coordinate site inspections between water boards and other regulatory agencies. This could be achieved by providing ILRP staff and regulatory partners access to a shared inspection database of information that may inform inspection planning, scheduling, and coordination. Regulatory Pathway 3, or RP3, aims to streamline the reporting process by standardizing ILRP reporting templates across regions. Proposal opportunities include use of the Notice of Intent, or NOI, to gather general owner and operation information once at enrollment. The idea here is to carry over that information to subsequent reports so that dischargers do not need to provide their general owner and operation information multiple times. For paper reports, this may mean updating templates to remove those data fields, or an electronic report submitted through databases, reinforcing the autofill mechanism for information already submitted. The second opportunity is to refine the current process to review coalition-developed report templates to ensure they align with the water board's data collection efforts and avoid request of duplicative information from dischargers. This may require additional communication and collaboration across coalition groups and regional water boards. The third opportunity is to standardize report naming conventions across regional water boards. For example, standardizing the name of various reports such as the farm plan versus the farm evaluation. The fourth and final opportunity is to align terms and report data fields across regional water boards. This could include developing a single statewide reporting template for each key report within the program, with the option for region-specific requirements to be included as separate attachments to the base report templates. Regulatory Pathway 4, or RP4, aims to increase resources dedicated to managing and improving GeoTracker over time to ensure optimal functionalities for all users. Specific opportunities include to enhance functionality and ongoing maintenance to GeoTracker, to improve discharger user experiences when entering data and information, to improve coalition user experiences when entering data and information, to provide optimal use by Water Board's ILRP staff, and to provide easy navigation and access to publicly available data and information through the system. Ways this could be accomplished include increased investments and additional training and development opportunities for existing ILRP staff to enhance their skills and knowledge in utilizing and managing GeoTracker. This can empower staff to expedite potential queries, such as report submission inquiries by coalitions and dischargers. Another way this could be accomplished includes increasing the current GeoTracker maintenance team's contract hours to respond to ongoing ILRP-specific database maintenance and functionality updates. This may support further reduction in the existing backlog of tickets. Regulatory Pathway 5, or RP5, aims to streamline the reporting process to enhance integration and interoperability of existing databases maintained by the water boards and coalitions. Through CRO's analysis, we found there may be up to 4 different reporting portals under ILRP, including GeoTracker, California Environmental Data Exchange Network, or CEDN, California Integrated Water Quality System, or CWIX, and a coalition-managed portal. These 4 electronic reporting portals are in addition to traditional reporting methods such as email or mail. ILRP staff may also need to manage an internal database called Electronic Content Management, or ECM, which adds another database to the current ILRP technical environment. Specific proposal opportunities include to support coalition-managed portals as the primary interface for ILRP dischargers to enter their data and information into a single database. From there, coalitions submit aggregated consolidated data and information from their members to GeoTracker. Another opportunity includes to uplift GeoTracker as the centralized database for use by water boards' ILRP staff. This could include implementation of data integration functionality, tools, or identification schemes that facilitate seamless data exchange between GeoTracker and other existing water boards databases. The next focus area is on efficiencies. This focus area has 3 RPs which we will review together. Regulatory Pathway 6, or RP6, aims to streamline the reporting, communication, and outreach activities by implementing tools and resources across all regional water board ILRP websites. We understand that many of the opportunities under this proposal are already being implemented by a number of the regions. Specific opportunities include to develop requirements checklists and/or calendars on regional board and coalition websites to include a list of requirements and their deadlines, to expand database user guides, frequently asked questions, and/or video tutorials which provide helpful tips for using databases and responses to frequently asked questions, to provide direct links to downloadable report templates and calculation worksheets, to provide direct links to helpful resources such as ENOI portals, Environmental Laboratory Accreditation Program, Certified Laboratory Maps and/or lists, File Transfer Protocol servers, GeoTracker access to environmental impact reports, public comments, fee schedule and payment systems, coalition websites, and more. And finally, to develop a centralized ILRP-specific regional email box for all regions that may not already have one established to provide a mechanism for two-way communication across ILRP staff and members of the agricultural community. Regulatory Pathway 7, or RP7, aims to streamline reporting, inspection, and enforcement activities by enhancing the tools and training available to ILRP staff. Proposal opportunities include to provide additional training for ILRP staff to enhance understanding of common and emerging agricultural practices. This could include additional on-site or on-field visits. By improving their knowledge and expertise, ILRP staff can more effectively develop requirements and implement monitoring and reporting programs that reflect current industry practices and encourage evolving sustainable approaches. The second opportunity includes to provide additional inspection tools, such as geolocation software and tablets, to enhance efficiency and effectiveness in the field. These tools can enable real-time data collection and digital record keeping and streamline communication. It could potentially eliminate the need to copy handwritten information from inspection forms into databases. Finally, the last opportunity is to assess the feasibility to acquire software applications that digitize report forms to remove reliance on manual data entry from paper or email submitted reports into databases. Currently, Crow estimates about 50% of reports are submitted through mail or email in a handwritten paper or PDF form with a non-electronic deliverable format, or non-EDF. In many cases, when reports are submitted as paper or PDFs, ILRP staff are required to manually enter data from reports into databases. Regulatory Pathway 8, or RP8, aims to streamline the data collection, analysis, and review activities through implementation of a standardized electronic reporting system across all regional water boards. This encourages dischargers to use the same single database to submit reports across regions, but does not eliminate the ability for dischargers to submit reports via mail, email, or other traditional methods. Specific opportunities include to establish an electronic reporting and management process for the program. This could include clearly defining the data elements, formats, and quality standards that are expected of participants when submitting data and reports, as well as providing additional technical assistance for those that may need support utilizing electronic reporting tools. This specific opportunity could align with RP5, which offers coalition-managed portals as the single database and information collection tool for dischargers. Through greater alignment of discharger data submittal and report tools across regions, ILRP staff are able to have greater consistency in the format and structure of information collected. The second opportunity in this pathway is to collaborate with coalitions to reward dischargers who consistently submit high-quality and timely data and reports. This could potentially include credit towards education and outreach requirements, special recognition, and other incentives. The next focus area is on program effectiveness. This focus area has 4 RPs, which we will review together. Regulatory Pathway 9, or RP9, aims to streamline communication activities by enhancing communication of ILRP objectives to all interested parties. This proposal aims to provide additional clarity and understanding across groups to promote compliance while offering more transparency and accountability. Specific proposal opportunities include expanding messaging to improve communication of program objectives. This could include enhancing the current ILRP informational handout on the State Water Board's ILRP website to include the program objectives. Another opportunity includes varying communication channels to reach different interested parties effectively. This could include enhancing current communication channels through email listservs, newsletters, social media platforms, websites, and webinars to optimize the channels that parties are most likely to engage with. The third opportunity within this RP includes periodically refining program design and objectives when new data compels refinement. This may include monitoring recent studies, outcomes from expert panels, and other relevant sources of information to ensure that the program remains aligned with the latest scientific knowledge and best practices. Finally, the last opportunity under this RP is to strengthen partnerships with coalitions who can help communicate program objectives to a wider audience. This could include providing regular updates and progress reports to coalitions on the program statewide to keep parties informed about the program's achievements, challenges, and future plans. Regulatory Pathway 10, or RP10, aims to streamline communication and enforcement processes by enhancing the current feedback mechanisms between ILRP staff and dischargers through ongoing and frequent feedback. Specific proposal opportunities under RP10 include modifying statewide dashboards to display compliance information and performance across multiple regulatory programs. This dashboard will likely require ongoing collaboration across multiple agencies. It should display key performance indicators, or KPIs, trends, and benchmarks, providing dischargers with near-instant feedback on their regulatory compliance and performance. The second opportunity under this RP includes increased collaboration with coalitions to facilitate peer-to-peer feedback among growers by incorporating information on outlier data within a dashboard, communication tool, or feedback mechanism. This way, the discharger can review information related to potential outlier data and adapt or improve their practices for future implementation, or if information was potentially entered incorrectly, the discharger can contact ILRP staff or coalitions to provide the accurate data. Currently, one regional water board under the program provides outlier reports to their dischargers on reported nitrogen application, which provides a comparison to other dischargers with similar crop types in the local basin and summarizes their current progress towards achieving nitrogen application targets. Depending on the anonymous reporting structure, coalitions or ILRP staff in other regions could send similar reports to their members to facilitate more feedback. Regulatory Pathway 11, or RP11, aims to streamline communication and enforcement processes by providing tangible benefits to dischargers that implement activities that support ILRP program objectives. By providing more positive incentives, dischargers will be more motivated to promote the program's objectives through changed behavior, practices, or tools. Specific proposal opportunities include establishing recognition programs or awards to acknowledge and celebrate coalitions that demonstrate exceptional commitment and achievement in promoting program objectives. This can include certificates or public recognition through newsletters, websites, or social media platforms. Another opportunity includes implementing performance-based incentives that reward coalitions based on achievements and progress towards program objectives. This could include setting specific targets or milestones and providing incentives, such as fewer monitoring requirements when they are met or exceeded. The last proposal opportunity includes supporting grant opportunities and applications to other agencies for dischargers who actively contribute to the promotion of program objectives. Grant opportunities can include assistance towards implementing best management practices, BMPs, or initiatives that align with the program's goals. Regulatory Pathway 12, or RP12, aims to streamline the communication and evaluation of program performance by establishing statewide Key Performance Indicators, or KPIs, for ILRP. Specific proposal opportunities include conducting a series of collaborative sessions involving regulators, the regulated community, partners, and interested parties to inform the refinement of KPIs. These KPIs should be quantifiable, meaningful, and aligned with the objectives of the ILRP. They can encompass metrics that measure the progress and success of the ILRP statewide, including those related to human health and the environment. The second opportunity under this proposal includes establishing a working group that reviews KPIs annually for program performance and future updates to KPIs. This group could include ILRP staff, other regulatory partners, and/or external interested parties. The last proposal opportunity under RP12 includes developing communication tools to highlight program progress, achievements, and areas of improvement in relation to KPI analysis. This could include reports, dashboards, or infographics to effectively communicate the outcomes of the ILRP at a statewide level to all interested parties, including the public. By presenting information in a concise and accessible format, the public and any interested parties can gain a comprehensive understanding of the ILRP's impact and outcomes. Our last focus area is on equity. Equity considers ways to include socially disadvantaged farmers and ranchers and the surrounding communities in the development, implementation, and enforcement of the ILRP. This focus area has 4 RPs, which we will review together. Regulatory Pathway 13, or RP13, aims to streamline monitoring and reporting processes by providing alternative options for small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers to achieve compliance with ILRP. Proposal opportunities include consideration of a tiered permitting system that categorizes dischargers based on their size, complexity, or risk level. This approach allows dischargers to follow streamlined compliance requirements for growers with similar circumstances. This could expand upon the existing structure, which considers various risk criteria for reporting requirements, such as active on-site wells for drinking water well monitoring. Another opportunity includes exploring alternative reporting approaches that reduce the frequency and complexity of reporting requirements while still providing sufficient data to assess compliance. An example of this could include a simplified irrigation and nitrogen management plan, or INMP worksheet, like one currently implemented by the Kings River Water Quality Coalition, which allows for worksheets to be completed by crop groups as opposed to each crop type for dischargers that grow multiple crops. The third opportunity under RP13 includes consideration of conditional exemptions for certain regulatory requirements that may not have significant impact on water quality for smaller dischargers. This can include exemptions from specific monitoring or reporting obligations if the associated risks are low or if alternative compliance measures are in place, such as for certified organic operations, which may already follow similar reporting around fertilizer use, nitrogen applications, water testing, soil testing, and erosion control monitoring. The last opportunity under RP13 includes developing procedures for decision trees to identify flexible opportunities for smaller dischargers within the program. These procedures can help identify areas where adjustments can be made to better accommodate the needs of smaller dischargers. Regulatory Pathway 14, or RP14, aims to streamline education, reporting, and monitoring processes by providing additional technical assistance and support to small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers. Proposal opportunities under RP14 include extending existing Memorandums of Understanding, or MOUs, agreements, and/or grants with small grower specialty groups like University of California Cooperative Extension, UCCE, to ensure current technical assistance is sustainable. Expanding technical assistance and training programs in collaboration with trusted advisors and small grower specialty groups. This could include on-site assistance and workshops for small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers. By working together, ILRP staff, coalition staff, and these groups can deliver targeted and effective assistance to small growers. A third opportunity includes providing more support and education to ILRP coalition staff in partnership with small grower specialty groups like UCCE to enhance understanding of the specific needs and practices of small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers and diversified groups, and to expand technical assistance capabilities to these groups, which may be a part of their coalition. Education could include more familiarity around potential requirements, alignment with other regulatory programs that small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers may be a part of, such as United States Department of Agriculture's Natural Resource Conservation Services, NRCS, Environmental Quality Incentives Program, EQIP grants, and the state organics programs. The last opportunity under RP14 includes continuing to foster partnerships and collaborations with industry associations, nonprofit organizations, and academic institutions. These partnerships can pool resources, expertise, and networks to deliver technical assistance programs tailored to the needs of small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers. Regulatory Path 15, or RP15, aims to streamline education, outreach, and communication processes by developing targeted education and outreach efforts to better reach small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers. Proposal opportunities include establishing a small-scale socially disadvantaged liaison that works at the water boards and/or regional coalitions to serve as a point of contact for small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers or specialty groups. The liaison would provide dedicated support to small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers, understanding their unique challenges and needs. Another opportunity includes enhancing current educational materials, brochures, fact sheets, and guidance documents to ensure they are culturally sensitive and available in multiple languages. This considers the diverse backgrounds and languages spoken by small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers to ensure that information is accessible and understandable to all. A third opportunity under RP15 includes collaborating with community organizations and other technical service providers that work closely with small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers to encourage participation, compliance, and/or improved management practices. These organizations can help facilitate outreach efforts, provide language support, and serve as trusted intermediaries. Partnering with community organizations enhances the effectiveness and reach of education and outreach initiatives. Finally, the last opportunity under RP15 includes organizing outreach events, workshops, or information sessions specifically targeted at small-scale socially disadvantaged dischargers. These events can provide opportunities for direct engagement, question and answer sessions, and networking. Regulatory Pathway 16, or RP16, aims to streamline processes in place to protect water resources in small disadvantaged communities, or DACs, from agricultural impacts resulting from ILRP activities. Proposal opportunities under RP16 include establishing a small disadvantaged communities, or DAC, liaison that works at the water boards or regional coalitions to serve as a point of contact for DACs. The liaison would provide dedicated support to DACs, understanding their unique challenges and needs, and advocate on their behalf. Another opportunity includes coordinating with the existing list of technical assistance providers to empower DACs with various support such as representation and advocacy, education and outreach, site assessments, grant and funding assistance, and collaboration and partnership. A third opportunity under RP16 includes coordinating with the Office of Sustainable Water Solutions, or OSWS, to identify opportunities for improved data transparency and communication of ILRP impacts to DACs. This could include leveraging existing dashboards, maps, or communication tools across water boards programs, such as the Safe and Affordable Funding for Equity and Resilience, SAFER dashboard, to share relevant information on agricultural impacts to DACs. The last proposal opportunity under RP16 includes coordinating with the Department of Pesticide Regulation, DPR, or University of California Agriculture and Natural Resources, UCANR, to strengthen integrated pest management, IPM resources, training, and technical assistance in DACs with pesticide-specific groundwater concerns. Now that we've reviewed each of the regulatory pathways and their opportunities, as mentioned in the beginning of the workshop, please consider the following questions. First, what are potential implementation benefits or opportunities? What are potential implementation challenges? Which regulatory pathway, within each focus area, is most important to you? And finally, are there any unaddressed needs? We describe how you can provide feedback on these questions in the next slide. You have now reached the end of the workshop. We encourage you to provide written input and questions on the regulatory pathways discussed, and the Regulatory Alignment Concept Paper by emailing the CROW team at regulatoryalignmentstudy@crow.com. All written feedback must be submitted by July 31st, 2024. We encourage you to participate in the live workshop sessions occurring in June and July 2024. You can register for upcoming workshop sessions through the links on the study website. Videos for each program workshops will be available on the study website at cdfa.ca.gov/regulatory alignment. Thank you so much for your time.